Hey YouTube, it's Marita and welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. And in this edition, we're actually going to start off and kick off Nurses Week 2022 with a video. And if you know anything about my Nurses Week's videos or when it comes to Nurses Week, I do a video every single day during Nurses Week. And as you know, nursing has a lot going on right now. We are at the forefront of so much negativity, shall I say, when it comes to the nursing profession. And we're going to tackle some of those topics this week. So if you want to see these kind of videos, this is the week for you. Definitely stay tuned this week for Nurses Week content. I do a video literally every day of Nurses Week. So this week is from May 6th through May 12th, I want to say. May 12th, as you know, is Florence Nightingale's birthday, and y'all know how I feel about her. But anyway, so yeah, May 6th through May 12th is when Nurses Week is. Today, this is going up today on May 6th. These are pre-recorded, but nonetheless, May 6th is this video for today. And we are going to talk about a topic that was actually presented to me by Miss Ashley, who watches my content. And she also follows me on IG. And she asked me, would I do a video on the weeding out process? Yes, the weeding out process. I thought that was a great topic. So therefore, this video is talking about the weeding out process in nursing school. If you want to see or hear what I have to say regarding that, please stay tuned. Welcome back. My name is Dr. Marita P. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 18 years, y'all. It'll be 18 years next month, June. It'll be 18 years for me that I've been a nurse, believe it or not. So with that being said, she wanted to know about discussing the weed out process when it comes to nursing school. And this is a great topic. Why is it a great topic? Because people feel like that some people feel entitled to think that everyone should be able to be a nurse. And the truth of the matter is that's not the case. So in case you didn't know, nursing school is about survival of the fittest. It is survival of the fittest. Now, I've always said there's levels to this when it comes to certain nursing programs. There are competitive programs, there are mid-level programs, and then there are subpar programs, as I call them. And there's even some that I found that are less than subpar. They just bottom of the barrel type schools. But nonetheless, we are all putting out nurses, okay? And you're more competitive to average programs, the programs that you really need to go with, because those programs are the ones that's going to make sure, or should make sure, that you have a quality education and that you are prepared as can be for the workforce of being a nurse. This video does not matter whether you are going to LPN school, whether you're going into a 2-year program, or you're going to a 4-year program. And I'm specifically talking about undergraduate, so this is not a video for graduate level and beyond, master's and beyond. And I'm not really even talking about the bridge program, so to speak, but some of the same principles can apply in these programs. I am speaking of traditional nursing programs, LPN, 2-year and 4-year RN programs. So when it comes to the weeding out process, the process is just this. You have a weeding out process when it comes to your application or accepting admission criteria, shall I say. So when you have programs that require you to have a 3.5, 3 point whatever GPA to get in, that is weeding out, okay? So that's what weeding out looks like. We don't want anyone below a certain GPA. Now, this video is not to discuss whether, if someone with a lower GPA could be a great nurse or not. That's not the nature of the video. I already know that people with lower GPAs can be great nurses because I had a 3.0 when I went to nursing school. So guess what? I would not qualify for programs that require 3.5 because I did not have that criteria or meet the criteria. So I would have to go to a school that does allow that criteria or lower GPA requirement. So the GPA requirement is one thing, like I said, that will weed you out. Now, another thing that will weed you out are the entrance exams. So when it comes to entrance exams, there's something like the TEAS, the HESI. These are different kinds of entrance exams that, again, want to determine how ready you are for nursing school success, okay? Or how likely you would be to succeed in a nursing program. Both of those entrance exams are based off of high school. So high school science, biology, high school reading, high school math, high school English. Those entrance exams are based off of those. So if you're not able to pass those, you are basically demonstrating that you are not proficient. Okay, that's what they want to know, if you're proficient when it comes to basic high school skills. So if you are someone who has been long removed from high school, such as myself, if I was trying to go back to school, to nursing school, and I've been out of high school for 20 plus years, then I would be better off going to get a study guide or some type of study program or something that's going to help me relearn the material I need to learn to pass the entrance exam. So again, number one was GPA. Number two was entrance exams. These are designed to weed you out. Other classes that are designed, specifically designed to weed you out, is your anatomy and physiology class. If you cannot pass that class, you have no business being in nursing school. And because I've said time and time again, these classes or nursing school is based heavily upon you having great understanding of anatomy, physiology, and to a certain extent, microbiology, and especially pathophysiology, if your program requires that. That is part of the weeding out process as well, okay? So that's how we're going to weed you up before you even get into the program, okay? We're going to make sure that, you know, in some places, let me tell you something else. Some places, this is all before the program, before you actually get into the program. So again, GPA we said, number two, we said entrance exams, we said A and P. Some schools require you to do an interview, right? If you do not interview well, again, criteria to make sure that you know what sets you apart from your other colleagues, potential colleagues, in terms of getting to a program. If you do not interview well, that could be an indicator as to why you don't get into a program. Let me tell you something else that we are using, or a lot of schools are using, even schools and jobs are using to weed you out. Your social media. Social media is a great weed out for potential programs. Now, you may say, what does social media have to do with it? Well, when it comes to nursing school specifically, they want people who know how to filter their life. That doesn't mean you don't have a life, but you don't know what to post and what not to post. Then we don't want you in the program, okay? We want professionals in the program. Nursing is supposed to represent professionalism, okay? And if you are doing things that you should not be doing or shouldn't be posting in your videos on your social media, that is being watched. And I know for a fact that those are criteria in some programs to let you in or not let you in. Your subpar programs will let you in, because why? They want your money. Okay, they just want your money. They don't care nothing about what you are or whatever. They want your money. But the programs who have a better reputation, those who want to really put out great quality nurses, are going to look at your social media. So be mindful of that when you post things on social media, not saying you can't have a life and you can't do it. Go enjoy your life. Just don't post it. Or better yet, make your accounts private where people can't find you. If that's the case, if that's what you want to post, then do that. But if it's something that we can find and we can see, and we determine that this is who you are outside of what you're trying to be, you may not be the best quality candidate for a nursing program that is of quality. I said of quality, okay? You can get in somewhere, but of quality is what we're talking about here. So we want quality students. Quality, okay? That's what we want, quality students. Subpar programs will take you because they want to take your money. And that's just the truth. They'll take your money. They don't care if you really pass or not. Subpar programs are set up that way. So, especially the for-profit schools. And I'm going to do a video this week on for-profit and not-for-profit. So we're going to talk about that later on. Another weed out, we're going to now go ahead and move on into now that you're in the program. So when you're in the program, weed out classes are usually your first couple of classes, such as fundamentals and health assessment. Those classes will weed you out pretty quick. Other weed out methods that are being used while in the program is your medication, your dosage calculation exams. A lot of times some schools will make those exams where if you fail an exam, a medication dosage exam, you may get one more chance to retake it. And if you don't pass it the second time or the third time, whatever the criteria happens to be, then of course you're out the program no matter what. I know programs who require you to take this test every single semester. So you take it every single semester and find out that you may not pass if you don't pass that dosage cal exam every single semester. You may not, finish nursing school. So that is another weed out technique. They want people who are proficient in math and know how to do drug calculations. Now, I work at a school that the requirement is that you pass that exam with a 90% after 2 attempts. So you have up to 2 times. You have to make a 90%. Otherwise, you're out the program. I know other programs who you only get 1 attempt and you have to score 100% that one time. That is more punitive. That's just pretty strict, but at the same time, that is what it is. So Again, we've talked about before nursing school how they weed you out because they want the creme of the creme, and we're talking about the quality programs. Again, you can get accepted somewhere with a 2.5. They will take your money. There's programs out there who have nothing else better to do than to take your money. Okay, learn the difference between them. With that said, those are some of the ways that you can be weeded out of a program. Again, GPA, entrance exams, your A&P classes, social media, your interview skills or lack thereof. People are looking at your attitudes and things like that when you go to your interviews. I may do a video on that too, what to expect at an interview. In addition to that, we talked about the fundamentals in your health assessment classes. Classes like that will weed you out. And then, of course, we just talked about the dosage calculation exams that you have to take. I don't know how often your program does it, but however often your program does it, there's criteria in there for you to pass. And if you do not pass, then you can be put out of the program. So those are some of the key ways of being weeded out of a program. Other more, I want to say minute ways is their attendance policies. So like if you're someone who, you don't like to come to class or whatever, and your attendance is not great, you can get put out of a program that way. Things like that. So that's all I can think of at the moment. If you have other ideas or ways that you feel like you are the victim of being weeded out, or other instructors or educators who know other ways to be weeded out, these are some of the ones obviously that is going to really definitely weed you out. Of course, you have a grading scale. Your grading scale is not intended to weed you out, but it is definitely trying to differentiate between the nursing scholars versus those who are average and then below average. Of course, we have to have criteria to for passing and things like that. Some programs passing, is pretty high in terms of what the passing grade has to be. Some of them are very low. I've seen schools who have a 70% passing, like 70% in terms of that is the grade that you have to make to pass a class is a 70. That's very low. That is a subpar program. Of a school that you have a 70 in nursing school as passing, that's a subpar program. They're padding that's how they pad their graduates, meaning that they graduate more people because they've lowered their standards. You want a high standard institution, you want high standard faculty, you want a high standard program, especially when you're paying all that money. Now, if you all don't care about any of that, then go to your subpar schools and you will get the subpar education that goes along with it. I said what I said. So that sums up this video. Thank you, Ashley, for the suggestion of this topic. Keep them coming, y'all. Keep them coming. I will do, after Nurses Week, I will still have more nursing content coming. If you want to see more videos like this, or you have other topic suggestions that you want me to cover, please comment those below. And until the next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.